Bonjour parents, thank you so much for joining me for French 5 Honors. I'm sorry I can't welcome you in person, but I look forward to seeing you in person soon. This is a pretty short slideshow, so it just gives you some ideas of what French 5 Honors is like and the goals for your children. So this is all sorts of information about me professionally. On the right, you see all of the resume information. On the left is the most important thing, and that is that I really love being around young people. I love walking them through the last few years of childhood and helping them to develop some really good adulting skills. And I love teaching them French and helping them learn to love French in the Francophone world. So this is just some information about me personally. I have 3 kids. And when I opened Cambridge, my kids were at Birmingham Falls, Northwestern, and Milton. Now I have 2 grown daughters. My oldest got married this summer as well as graduated from college, and I have a wonderful new son-in-law. My number 2 daughter is a sophomore at a college in Tennessee, and my baby boy is now 6'2" and is a junior at Milton. And we love to be together as a family. We love to travel, and I especially enjoy when we're face-to-face working at my church in the special needs ministry. I just love those kiddos there. So for French 5 Honors, my goals personally are to really take what they learned in French 4 Honors or AP and solidify that and just take it up a notch and help them use that language to get ready for college classes. Long ago, there was an AP Literature exam and class, and it was discontinued in 2010 for lack of interest, but I take that syllabus and I use some of it. Although I've changed some things up this year, so you will see that in just a minute. So these are the goals that your children came up with for French 5 Honors this year. They want to really be ready for college French. They want to understand a lot of different Francophone cultures and literature and media, film better. They want to, of course, improve all of the aspects of their French, and they want to be able to read a book in French independently. So I love this graphic because it shows what learning a world language is really like. It is really all cumulative all the time. And the way you learn a world language is just a little bit at a time. And then your brain is able to take that in and apply it. And because of that, regular attendance and really active engagement, having their brains on is super important to their success. So the daily classroom experience can't really be replicated. The only way to replicate that would be to get everybody back together and redo that class. So it is really important that your child be present in class. For universal remote learning, if they could please log in a few minutes before we need to start to make sure their technology is working, eliminate distractions, and just really be on it and paying attention. Okay, so this graphic, we call this the actual cone. It shows proficiency in world languages and what the levels are. And to the right it says goal for AP, and it says that for a reason, because in AP our goal is intermediate mid and intermediate high by the end of the year. For French 5 Honors, the goal is the same. However, you will notice with each level that the student goes up, they also go out and it broadens. So the level is the same for French 5 Honors. However, your students are going to learn a lot more vocabulary. They're going to learn a different set of vocabulary. It's going to be more literary, more terms to do with culture and film. So it's the same level, but it's going to be richer and more robust by the end of the year. So because of all of the events that are happening in our world right now, I wanted to really take a good look at our French 5 Honors curriculum and class and see if we couldn't diversify it some and incorporate some more social justice perspectives. So this summer I redid the curriculum and we're going to incorporate some more things that I'm really excited about because it's going to be fresh and new for me. So we're starting off first semester with just a basis. So we have medieval and Renaissance literature, and then we're going to do fables and fairy tales and revolutions. And among the fables we do several African fables from French-speaking African countries, and we compare and contrast those. And we'll also talk about African countries under colonialism in revolutions, because we'll talk about their independence movements. Second semester, we will dig right into some more diverse topics. One of the first things we're going to look at in January and February is the heritage of post-colonial areas of the Francophone world. So we'll look at, there's a movement called La Négritude, which is basically blackness. What does it mean to be a black person or a person from African descent across the world? And there was a whole movement of this in the early 20th century. So we're going to look at some of those writings. We're also going to look, very interesting, at the influence of African Americans in France. And we're going to look at that in terms of the early 20th century as well, and mid 20th century. And then we're going to look at the Americas, Francophone Americas. So we'll look at areas of Canada that are Francophone and Louisiana, and then we'll wrap up with some classics of French literature at the end of the year. So I'm really excited about this enhanced curriculum, and we'll be talking about social justice at every turn through that curriculum. So this is the grade breakdown just for universal remote learning. The only thing that counts is summatives. So we'll do some formatives, but we'll have those summatives that count. Thank you so much for taking the time to view this slideshow. I wish that I could see you all in person. I wish I could see your children in person every day, but I'm glad that you're all safe and healthy. If you have any questions at all, anytime, please feel free to drop me an email at dines@fultonschools.org. Thank you. Have a great day.